Let's be real, some of the scariest moments don't come from horror flicks or haunted houses. They happen right outside your front door when you least expect it. These doorbell cameras, they're not just tech toys. They're silent witnesses to real-life nightmares, and they've captured moments so terrifying, you'll never look at your front porch the same way again. Let's start in Dallas, Texas. A woman's Ring camera recorded the stuff of nightmares. Since Halloween, a man had been loitering outside her apartment almost every single night, sometimes pacing with a beer, sometimes muttering to himself, sometimes just standing there silently. One night, he even tried the doorknob. She called the police, but little was done until the footage went viral. Only then did the building hire security. She posted an update in December saying she finally felt safer. But the fear, that doesn't just disappear. Now jump to southern Seattle, where a couple barely escaped a robbery. A middle-aged Asian couple returned home when a masked man with a gun sprinted toward them. The wife slammed the door shut just seconds before he reached it. The Ring cam caught it all. In trying to get in, then noticing the camera and trying to disable it, a second masked man appeared before the footage cut out. Turns out, they were part of a targeted string of home invasions. Police later arrested 2 suspects. The footage, it cracked the case wide open. Now buckle up for a real-life thriller in Houston. On May 8th, 2022, Joshua DeLoach stormed into the home he shared with his roommate Justin Emoji. Armed with a gun, he shouted, "What's the issue?" while forcing Justin to the ground. He stole $6,000 in jewelry, tied Justin up, and stuffed him into the trunk of his own car. Somehow, Justin escaped and flagged down help. DeLoach was arrested weeks later, charged with robbery and kidnapping. The doorbell camera, it sealed the deal. In Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, a woman named Savannah experienced a night that turned her home into a place of fear. Around 10:20 p.m., her doorbell camera captured a man violently slamming himself against her front door over and over again. Each impact shook the frame. He didn't shout or demand anything, just kept ramming until his body gave out and he collapsed on the porch. When police arrived, they concluded he may have been high or suffering from a mental health crisis. But for Savannah, the reason didn't matter. What mattered was the terrifying realization that even a locked door wasn't enough to feel safe. Meanwhile, in Salinas, California, an incident from January 2019 still ranks among the strangest ever caught on a Ring camera. A man named Robert O'Daniel Arroyo was filmed licking a family's doorbell for 3 hours straight. No, that's not a typo, 3 full hours. He drifted in and out of the camera's view, lurking around the property like a horror movie character. Arroyo was eventually arrested and charged with prowling and petty theft. While many online treated it like a joke, others saw it as a disturbing glimpse into how untreated mental illness can manifest and how technology is capturing it more than ever before. In Florida, a 22-year-old model sensed she was being watched and trusted her gut. She installed a Ring camera, and sure enough, it caught a man lurking outside her home just minutes after she returned. He had been following her. She reported it, but police took no action. A week later, he came back. That was enough. She packed up and moved immediately. The footage is still online, a chilling reminder that danger can be closer than you think, and that listening to your instincts might just save your life. Sometimes, the quietest warning signs are the ones that matter most. Let's talk Hudson, Wisconsin. A woman noticed footprints and shadows near her duplex window, so she installed a Ring cam. What it captured was horrifying. A man peeking into her bedroom window. Not once, 3 separate nights. Police ID'd him as Robert Saxena, a tech exec. He was arrested, but prosecutors cut him a deal. Stalking charges dropped, just trespassing and disorderly conduct. He walks free. Meanwhile, the woman and her teenage daughter carry Mason trauma. In another chilling case, Jonathan Gonzalez broke into a friend's home while the mom and her baby slept. He wandered through their bedroom, stood near the crib, then vanished. The woman had no idea until she saw the footage. He was arrested after digital evidence, and the camera footage linked him to the break-in. That betrayal? Unforgivable. In Phoenix, Arizona, a woman noticed her packages kept vanishing. She installed a Ring cam and caught her neighbor in the act. He even adjusted the welcome mat after stealing, like he lived there. His reason? He liked watching people get confused. He was arrested. Twisted behavior, Right next door, in Tacoma, Washington, a man was seen circling a home for over an hour. He peered into windows, rattled doors, and left behind a child's toy. Police called it a calling card. The behavior matched a known offender who was later arrested, but not before the entire neighborhood was left on edge. In New Jersey, a young woman walking home from the train noticed a man trailing her. He played it cool until she got to her front door. Then he lunged. She managed to shut and lock the door just in time. Her Ring camera caught him pulling his hood up, glancing around, then charging forward. That footage went viral, and within 48 hours, police tracked him down and arrested him. And finally, Nashville, a quiet neighborhood. Late at night, a man casually walking with a machete in hand. No rush, no effort to hide. He walked up to a porch, stared directly into the camera, then turned and left. Authorities found him later. He'd been discharged from a mental health facility and was off his medication. Thankfully, nothing worse happened. Here's the truth. Horror doesn't always come with music or build-up. Sometimes it just shows up, uninvited and unexpected. These aren't urban legends or movie scripts. They're real moments, caught by everyday people with a camera at their door. These doorbell cams aren't just gadgets. They're protectors. They've solved crimes, saved lives, and exposed threats no one saw coming. So yeah, lock your doors, check your footage, and if you've got a camera, make sure it's on, because sometimes the scariest stories aren't fiction. They're caught on camera.